Starting off tonight with a live look over a damp and cloudy downtown Saginaw and Flint. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jamie Sherrod. Mid-Michigan saw a lot of rain, but will that rain be turning into snow for our Sunday? Joining us now is meteorologist Kylie Miller. And Kylie, will that snow be on the way?
It's on the way, Jamie, and it's going to be arriving here in mid-Michigan as we go through the second half of our Sunday, overnight, and into portions of Monday. Here's a live look right now over our First Warn 5 sky tracker, where that first area of low pressure that gave us rain showers today moving off towards the northeast. But the secondary disturbance that's right on the heels is that snowmaker. It's a low pressure system that's going to be moving across mid-Michigan for tomorrow afternoon. Until then, we're going to be staying dry and having mostly cloudy skies. Temperature-wise, we're in the upper 30s, if not the 40s, and we are going to continue to have temperatures hover in the middle 30s for tonight. But we do have to talk about winter weather advisories in place, as well as some winter storm watches issued by the National Weather Service. Those will go in place Sunday afternoon, lasting until 10 a.m. on Monday. I'll break down the full hour-by-hour forecast coming up.
Well, it was a victory for the New Lothrop Hornets as they clinched the state title for Division VII high school football. The high school dedicating its postseason run to one of the Hornets' biggest fans, Braden Buddy Miller, who died last month after battling an inoperable tumor on his brainstem.
Oh, he was such a sweet little boy, and he fought hard with his disease, but he brought this town together, and we're honoring him today, and our Hornets playing there in the finals. And we hope they can bring a trophy home for Buddy.
The village welcoming the team, and TV5's Cody Kaczynski was there as the bus arrived.
Great day to be a champ, isn't it?
New Lothrop is a small mid-Michigan community of just under 600 people. A big chunk of them waited patiently at the high school to welcome home their new Division VII football state champions.
All right, Hornets! Great job, boys!
The Hornets won 50-44 against Madison Heights, their first championship since 2006. Debbie Severn has two nephews on the team.
It was fabulous from start to finish. It was just sitting on the edge of your seat, and they just did so well, and we're so proud of them.
And for some of the parents, the bittersweet win will be the last time they see their boys in a Hornets uniform.
I cried. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming. Absolutely. Both our boys are seniors, so it's exceptionally exciting, and it's a great way to end their senior year.
The sound of sirens is a much welcome noise here in New Lothrop. With a police escort, the team finally returns home, but this time as champions.
It's been a battle, been a grind all year long, and you know, we've been talking about climbing that mountain all year, and we finally made it to the top and planted our flag. So it was pretty awesome.
The team put countless of hours of blood, sweat, and tears into their practices, all for this very moment. Junior Colby Hemisberg says they did it for each other, but also for the ones that supported them all the way through.
I think we did it for the community. It's pretty nice watching when we come in here, everybody sitting here. When we come in, just all the support.
A community that may be small, but full of heart, and now champions. In New Lothrop, Cody Kaczynski, WNEM, TV5.
And a big congratulations to them. We'll have highlights of New Lothrop's win later in the show during Sports Extra. Well, new tonight, under a new proposal, thousands of migrants seeking asylum in the United States will have to stay in Mexico while their cases are processed in U.S. courts. Weijia Zhang has more from the president's winter White House in Florida.
CBS News has learned Mexico's incoming government has discussed plans with the Trump administration to have Mexico essentially serve as a waiting room for migrants seeking asylum in the U.S.
And we're not letting people in. It's called catch and detain. It's not called catch and release like it has been for many years.
President Trump has long criticized what he calls catch and release, current asylum rules that allow people seeking refuge to wait on American soil. According to the Washington Post, officials are still working out details of the proposed deal named Remain in Mexico, but some Mexican officials will likely fight the agreement. Just this week, the mayor of Tijuana declared we are in a humanitarian crisis as some 5,000 migrants, part of a caravan, arrived to his city.
They're going crazy to get them out. They want them out. Because things are happening, bad things are happening in Tijuana. And again, it's not in this country because we've closed it up.
The president has threatened to shut down the border if chaos unfolds when they reach the U.S. and has authorized troops to use lethal force to control the crowds. Mexico's new president will be sworn in on December 1st, and this asylum plan would be implemented under his leadership. The White House is not confirming or denying a deal is in the works, but said President Trump has developed a strong relationship with the incoming administration. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
The Trump administration is also asking the Supreme Court to approve its ban on most transgender service members in the military. On Friday, the White House asked the court to immediately take up 3 cases involving Trump's transgender policy. District courts across the country have blocked the policy from going into effect. Now the administration's move could be seen as an aggressive attempt to bypass federal appeals courts. Trump's policy specifies that individuals without a special gender condition can only serve according to the sex they were assigned at birth. Governor Rick Snyder hopes to lock in the deal allowing construction of the controversial oil pipeline tunnel connecting Lakes Michigan and Huron. Snyder and his team are working to seal an agreement with Canadian oil transport giant Enbridge for replacing the underwater segment of its Line 5. It carries oil and natural gas liquids between Wisconsin, Ontario, and parts of northern Michigan. Legislation to be considered would designate the Mackinac Bridge Authority as the tunnel's owner. Governor-elect Gretchen Whitmer and Attorney General-elect Dana Nessel have both criticized the pipeline plans. The Ruth Mott Foundation announces the new president. The Flint-based philanthropic group has promoted Vice President Raquel Thum. She succeeds Handy Lindsay Jr., who retired this month. Thum was previously the president and CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Metro Detroit. More local news. In Midland, you can exercise while supporting a local team battling cancer. Today, the Balance Pilates and Wellspring Yoga Studio shared their space with Tyler Worth, an 8th grader with stage 4 glioblastoma on his spine.
I started this fundraiser in September when Tyler got really sick, and just to think of the goal that we had in the beginning of 900 to 2,000, and then we upped it to 10, and we're at, with all the benefits we've done, we've got to be over $30,000 in 2 months.
The studio offering an array of classes, all free of charge, as participants were asked to donate to the cause. All proceeds going to the Worth family for medical costs. And tonight, Santa rode into town on a train to help kick off the holiday season at the Santa House in Bay City.
It was really cool. This is the first year that we've came. I didn't know he'd come in on the train, so we saw it on Facebook. So we thought we'd take a ride down here and let the kids see him come in on the train.
You can come and visit Santa on any weekday evening from 6 until 8:30. Or for some holiday weekend fun, Santa will make 2 appearances a day from 1 until 4 and from 6 until 8:30 at night. The last night Santa will be in town is December 22nd. Well, it's not even fully winter yet, but one kid doesn't want to see anyone cold this winter. Coming up, see how many blankets a 12-year-old was able to raise for homeless people in Michigan. And local businesses were booming this Small Business Saturday. Coming up, see some of the unique gifts found in mid-Michigan. And remember, start your Sunday mornings the right way with a cup of coffee and TV5 Wake Up.